But I had this dream where I was like an old school Zeppelin, and I could hear the sound of airplane engines, right? It was such a strange dream. Picture like the back wall of a building, it's like bleachers, right? And then the whole building is open, right? Like fighter planes, you know, like from World War II, like an old school fighter plane. And I didn't necessarily walk. It was almost like I floated across the room to get a closer look, because I could see out this big doorway, and I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on here? It's like one of those dreams where you're like, you think you're dreaming, but you're not sure. You're kind of confused in the dream because it's so real and so detailed and so vivid. You're like, what is going on here? And all I could focus on was this plane that I saw through this huge doorway, and I kind of like levitated or floated towards it. And then at the same time, this 1940s Stryker, like, you know, this plane starts to come closer to the door, and I'm looking at it, and I can see symbolism on the side of the plane. It was like this red, like the first thing that popped into my head was like Pearl Harbor, right? And I was like, is that like a Japanese kamikaze bomber? I was like, what? And I'm trying, and it's dark, like it's dark in this room. I can kind of see, there's no lights on, but somehow I can kind of see a little bit, but I'm looking, and the night sky is not totally dark. It's a little bit lit up because of a bright moon or whatever. And I'm looking, and I'm like, what is that? And at the same time, you see this plane come close to like the entrance. And then I'm like, oh damn, I'm like, guys, we're about to be attacked, whatever. And then everybody starts to suit up, and I like look behind me, and I see everyone putting their parachutes on, right? And I somehow like float and levitate back to where like the bleachers are, like in this massive floating blimp Zeppelin warehouse floating room where I don't know what it wasn't a plane, it wasn't a cargo plane, it was like a flying small warehouse. I don't know. It's so strange. Anyway, so okay, So the last thing I remember about the dream, this is so weird, is everyone, I'm like, guys, we gotta go. We gotta get off here. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We're about to get hit, you know. And so everyone's putting their parachutes on, and I put my parachute on. And it was so detailed. I remember looking at my right shoulder and arm, and looking at my left shoulder, and there was like something hanging here, and then something on my left that kind of looked like a button. But I was like, guys, how do I connect? I was like, how do I do this? And I kept asking the people around me. I was like, which button? Which one is to pull the parachute, right? And no one is responding to me. And I'm like, guys, which one? Which button do I push to pull the parachute? And I see everyone starting to bail. Everyone's starting to just bail out as I'm asking for help. Everyone's starting to bail on me as I'm asking for help. And no one would even tell me. No one would even tell me how to pull my parachute. What does that mean? Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. No one would help me.